Hello students, today we are going to start our chapter number 10, Circles, class 9th. As in earlier classes, we have studied about it, so let's recall the concept of the circle. So here it is. What is a circle? So it is a collection of all the points in the plane which are at a given distance from a given point. So let a point is A and it is a given point, and from this point A we are taking one more point, that is point B, and similarly in the same distance AB we are taking the second point C, that is AB is equal to AC. In the same way we take more points on a path where AB is equal to AC is equal to AD is equal to AE is equal to EF, and so on. Then we get a figure which is called a circle. Here we are having all the distances are same from a fixed point A to all the points. So this fixed point or this given point is called the center of the circle, and the given fixed or equal distance is known as the radius. Now this circle dividing the plane, how it divides the plane? Let we have a plane and we draw a circle on it. So this green portion, green boundary you are observing, this is called the circle, and the portion inside of this boundary is called the interior of circle, and the part which is outside of this circle is called the exterior of the circle. So here the circle and its interior part together called the circular region, and also the portion outside the circle is the exterior of circle. The line segment join two points on the boundary of the circle is known as a chord. So let a circle with center A, and we are taking a point is, and in the same way when we take the 2 points on the boundary of the circle and we join these 2 points, for example here by the yellow line and by the blue line, and another one is there, in the same way we can draw chords by joining the 2 points on the boundary of the circle. So this is known as the chord. Here we are having more than one chords. So in this way we can draw the infinite number of chords to a circle. Now let's take what will be the line segment which passes from the center when we draw the chords by joining the 2 points on the boundary, and and at a time when we reaches one point to the another point, and this line segment is passes from the center of the circle for joining the 2 endpoints on the boundary of the circle. So we can say this is the longest chord. In this way also, here also. So like this we can draw more chords, or we can say the longest chord. Here also the longest chord which is passes from the center of the circle is known as its diameter. Now in this figure it is clear that we can draw many number of diameters for a circle, that is there are infinite number of diameters also. So here we have the concept that the circle has infinite number of chords as well as the infinite number of diameters. And also by observing this we are getting the diameter that is equal to 2 times of radius. And how it is, if we have the point B and the point C on the boundary of the circle, and that BC is the diameter of the circle, so this BC is combination of 2 line segments from A to B and from A to C. So we can say BA plus AC is equal to radius plus radius, that is OA, OB and O and AC are the radius of the circles. So we can say R plus R, that is 2R, or as we know that diameter is 2 times of radius. Now geometrically we define a circle. Now we can define a circle. It is a collection of all those points which are equidistant from a fixed point, and this fixed point is called the center of the circle, and the equal distance is known as the radius of circle. Now here are three main components of the circles. They are the circumference, which is the outside edge of the circle. This figure you can identify the green portion, that is the circumference of the circle. The radius, which goes from one point on the circumference to the center of the circle, that is known as radius. And the diameter, which joins the circumference through the center of the circle, is the diameter. So there are three main components of the circle. Now let's talk about the parts of the circle. So here we are recalling all the previous concepts what we learned in previous classes. So here it is. By observing these, this is the pizza, and when we cut the pizza in the parts, so always we get this type of shape. So this part is called the sector of the circle. So we can define a sector is a part of a circle encloses between the two radii. So we can say the two radius and arc makes a sector. So part of the circle encloses between the two radii and arc is the sector of the circle. So here we have, by this figure we can observe BA, that is the small part, and AB when we are taking this side, so it is the bigger part of the circle or bigger arc. So here BA is the minor arc and AB is the major arc. Now we talk about the segment. As we know that when we join the 2 points on the boundary of the circles and make a chord, so this chord divides the circle into 2 parts. Each part is known as the segment. So it is a region of a circle which is cut off from the rest of the circle by a chord. So here also we have bigger part and smaller part. So these 2 parts are defined as minor segment and major segment. The portion which is in the minor arc, that is the minor segment, and the portion which is in the major arc, that is the major segment. Now let's talk about the shape. That pizza slice is always the shape for the sector. So we can remember that whenever we are getting the pizza slice, that is the shape of a sector. And when we have a roti, chapati, always we use to eat. So when we fold this chapati in this way, by the diameter or by the chord, when we fold it, then the figure we get, that is known as the segment. By this figure we can identify. So this is very easy to remember, that sector is in the form of what pizza slice is there, and segment is the part of the roti slice is there. So you can remember very well. Now let's revise the parts of the circle, that are radius, sector, segment and arc, the chord, the circumference and the diameter.